Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. A little bit of Alvarium up in this piece in the form of their crunchy roll, crushable rice lager. This beer comes courtesy of my boy Steven. It's on for box of beers, some mystery beers, some non-mystery beers. This will be the first non-mystery beer of that group that I drink. So what else do we have in the can here? We have I See You, Check Me Out. Why don't we slip away from the party and see how fast you can pound me behind the shed? The second can of Japanese rice lager you hold in your hands. That's weird. Alvarium. I dig it, but that's weird even for me. Thanks for picking up this can, and clearly you have some good taste and or attraction to shiny objects. By holding this can, you have inadvertently formed a bond with it and imprinted a piece of your soul inside. Putting the can down may cause emotional damage to the contents, causing it to act out against future drinkers. Please keep your new friend cold and consume fresh for maximum happiness. Dispose of empty husk in recycling bin. No tears. It had a rich, fulfilling life with you, and nobody else can take that away. Rice, baby. Let's reflect for a short minute. My beer reviews go long. I don't care. Arsenal did not win the title. Rice, baby. There's Declan Rice, so that's a chant that a lot of Arsenal players sing with Declan Rice. Might be their best player on the team, and they didn't win the league, so I'm bummed. I'm not bummed about the season. The season was really great. One of the best seasons in the history of the club, and they did so great, and they did everything right. It's just when you lose to cheaters, legitimate. It's not me just kind of whining. Go look up Man City's 115 infractions. It just kind of sucks. So I did not plan to drink this today, and I did not know that was on the bottom of the can, so that was all impromptu. So anyway, art-wise, that's a great can of art. It's very much kind of like it's not manga, it's like video game-ish art, kind of Japanese style, kind of cartoon video game art is probably the best way. There's probably a style to it that I just don't know, but I really do dig on the art design. And as far as the beer goes, I mean, that looks like a beautiful, nice lager. Soft, little gentle haze to it. Can't centrifuge all that stuff out when you got a smaller craft brewery. So yeah, it has this beautiful kind of almost like carbonation on the level of words are hard. It's called champagne, and then it has this little kind of soapy edge kind of head to it. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. Let's see if we can get a nose. Wow, really vibrant malt base here. You're getting a decent amount of malt here. I can't see this being 100% rice lager, honestly. Did they tell you on here? That's why I'm looking. I'm assuming there's more here than just rice. I will have to kind of maybe do a little bit of sleuthing, but I'm not going to report back, so you do your own sleuthing. But there is a nice kind of malted Pilsner-like kind of base to this. I'm not saying rice isn't in there. It's probably a decent amount of malt bill, but it does come out quite vibrant on a malt side of things. Soft little fruitiness. Nothing as far as negative off flavors or off aromatics when it comes to a tiny itty-bitty beer like this. Did I call it the ABV on this? 4.1%. So definitely itty-bitty levels. So yeah, it smells quite nice. Let's just dive right in. Cheers, y'all. Okay. It definitely drinks as a rice lager in the taste. I got that decent bump of malt on the nose, and I was kind of being like, it's going to come off just like a little bit of rice in there. And then you have this kind of bigger kind of classic malt base for a Pilsner, but no, you're actually getting this kind of, if you've ever drank a lot of American Adjunct Lager, or more specifically like sake and things like that, you get this kind of taste that's inherent to like a fermented rice kind of drink. And that has this in spades, because it has this nice kind of what I would put, how I'd define it against just a blank kind of bare Pilsner malt, is, for the lack of a better word, because I can't, a tang to it. It's not sour, it's not acidic, it's not that. But there tends to be this little bit of tang to it, a little bit of zip that you don't get naturally from a classic malt-based kind of beer. And that's really where these kind of rice lagers really do kind of step up and sing for me. And this one is definitely there. It's actually held up, propped up by a decent bitterness too. It's almost like check level bittering, but the bittering again here it's quite a bit different. It doesn't come off as like a Hallertau or something a Zazie, something like that. It comes off to me like a little bit. It's not lemon drop hoppy, but it has that kind of lemoniness to it that you can get from some hops. So it has this kind of nice hop, a little citrus leaning lemon kind of thing on it. And it has that little kind of, as I would call it, tangy rice lageriness. We're just making stuff up as go at this point. And then it just drinks ultra crisp, ultra clean, and it's 4.1%. It actually drinks heavier, or heftier, I should say, not heavier, heftier than its 4.1%. It drinks more like a 5% kind of lager for me. You're getting it at 4.1%. It's giving you a lot, both in the malt and hop side of things, and it's retaining its chuggability, its drinkability. It's a really, really, really well-made lager, and a really, really well-made rice lager. Probably one of the better ones I've had, like, in sentence, let's put it that way. I really do dig this, and I absolutely 100% was kind of not thrown by the nose, but expecting something a little bit maltier, malt-based based off the nose, but it followed through with that rice on rice on rice, baby. And those hops coming in with that, what I perceive as a slight kind of lemony kind of vibe to it. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's, one of the more beautiful days we've had so far this year. It is the 9th of May, my anniversary. With my wife, we went out and actually sat on a deck, had a nice dinner, stuff like that. My sister came over and watched Micah, so it was quite nice. And it's a steamy day. When I came into my shed, here it was 82 degrees. And I've been in here 20 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. So I'm a little bit hot. So this is kind of going down. Ultra refreshing and footing the bill very, very nicely. So yeah. Alvarium, their crunchy roll rice lager. Is it one of the better rice lagers I've ever had? Yes. Mount Rushmore status, let's put it that way. I really do dig it, especially with that oaky doke based off of the nose and the taste. Not that the nose was bad, it was just leading me down this path of, I was thinking I'm going to come off classic lager-esque, but that's not the case here, so I dig quite a bit. Value availability, hopefully it's cheap. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts. 4.1% rice lager, you're hoping this comes in closer to 11, 12 bucks for, as opposed to 16 or so. Steven, how much did you pay for this, or anybody that's out there who's bought this and drank this, let me know. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like lagers, crushable lagers, crispy boys, and you'll dig on rice lagers, you will absolutely 100% dig this. I firmly believe those words that come out of my mouth when I say those things. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Alvarium, have you been to the brewery? I have not. Have you had their beers? I have, mostly from Steven. What is your favorite Alvarium beer? Have you had this one? All that fun stuff down there. Hopefully enjoyed a review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of rice chuggers. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.